Okay, everyone, welcome to today's lesson on understanding copyright. So, I understand that there are a lot of questions when it comes to copyright and what we find online. So, oftentimes I hear things like, well, I found it online, so it's mine. And that's actually not true. So, we're going to learn a little bit about what copyright is today, what qualifies as the public domain, what's fair use, and what's attribution. So we've got some vocabulary today. We're going to start with what is copyright. So we have a definition here, and it's from Kittle, and our little image of someone saying, hey, what is this? So copyright is a law. It's basically a legal tenet, and it gives the owner of a document, a musical piece, a book, a picture, or other creative media, this owner has the right to decide what other people can do with it. So this is actually a law, and it's made in the best interest of the creators so that they can make money by selling their works. Because of copyright, a work, a medium, piece of media can only be copied if the owner of the copyright gives permission. So next we're going to go to the KWL table. So pull out your KWL table sheets and please complete the first two columns. So the first one is, what do you know about copyright? So just write down everything you know or everything you think you know. And then go to the second column and put down, what do you want to know about copyright? So say you've always wanted to know how to use the latest Lizzo song in your dance video that you're making with your friends over recess. Okay, and then just leave the third column till later. And so then I just have a little did you know under copyright. So did you know that all of the material on the internet is copyrighted? And we'll learn how to use some of this material in our lesson. Okay, when is it all right to use? So how do you know when it's okay to use music, video, different kinds of computer software, and images? And so remembering that copyright protects the creator to prevent their work from being shared with the rest of the world without permission. So let's start with music, since it seems to be something that everyone's really interested in. So can I use the Lizzo song in my dance video? The answer is yes, you can make a copy of up to 10% of the song. What's not okay? Well, making a collection of recordings. Say you go into your band class and make a bunch of photocopies of a musical score of a song that you like. Even performing the musical Shrek without the copyright owner's permission. So your music teachers actually have to write for and request permission, and they pay for the rights for these musicals. Also, downloading music from the internet without paying. That's a big one. Let's go take a look at video. Is it okay? Yes, for educational use. And if you're using it, you can keep a recording for 45 days and then it must be deleted. When can't you use that video? So for example, I know Succession just started on HBO, and although it might be tempting, you cannot record the latest episode. You also can't alter original content, or like this calendar feature, you can't hold on to the program or any copies made after 45 days. Let's take a look at computer software. This is also a big one. So when you purchase a piece of software, you're allowed to make a backup copy and install the copy onto your hard drive. So you've paid for the rights to do that. You can also adapt it so that it's in a language that you understand. However, it's not okay to make multiple copies of the software, give it to your friend, make a copy and give it to your friend, sell a copy, make a copy from your backup, and a big one is to put that single copy on a network without a site license. So say I purchased a software as your teacher, and then I went ahead and put that on the network so that everyone at school could use it. That's a big no-no, and that's a violation of copyright. And then we have images. So when can you use that picture? We've got some things outlined here about using one visual source for a presentation. So say you're using Google Slides, and using one illustration per book. Those are just some examples of when you could use images. And we'll also talk about using images on the internet next in attribution. So attribution basically means be sure to give credit where credit's due. If you were to make a music video using 10% of the song and the rest is a song that you made up and you posted it online and you have your name, and then someone went ahead and takes that and takes your name off and charges money for it, that's not giving credit where credit's due, and they're profiting off of your work. So furthermore, attribution is giving credit to the owner of the copyright or the author of the work. And copyright requires that you get permission before you copy, paste, alter, or share what someone else has made. And then finally, I went ahead and curated a bunch of resources for you. And so know that this presentation, while we're going through a lot of the examples relatively quickly, this presentation is going to be made available on Google Classroom, and you'll be able to access the slides in a way that you can pace yourself, going through each one by one, refreshing your knowledge of some of the vocabulary. And then also my hope is that when you want to make your own website or your own blog, when you want to curate content for something that you're making online, you can use some of the free digital resources that I put together as your librarian, where you don't have to worry about copyright at all. Or you give attribution based on what the picture or the website says. So for example, if we start with music, I have two sources here, Ben Sound. Now this is free music where you don't have to attribute, so I put that in there. Music is free. Next we have photos, and this is kind of a big one here. There's a lot of information and resources that I have for you. If you go to photos, you can see I have Unsplash, Pixabay, Free Pick, where attributions are suggested. For Unsplash and Pixabay, these are attribution-free images. Foodie's Feed. This is kind of a fun one. It's a huge resource of all free food and beverage images. So any kind of food and drink you can think of, you can get at Foodie's Feed. And then one of my favorites actually is the Noun Project. These are free icons and stock photos. Attribution is necessary, and you'll see on my slides that I've made attributions to images that I've used. I can go back and show you if you like. Let's see, what do we have next? Video. I have Pexels. These are attribution-free stock videos. And then the following four are all free stock videos. Videvo, Pixabay again, Mixkit, which we use for music, is listed again, and Videezy. So I encourage you to check these out. And then I have a couple for slides. So if you're making a Google slide, or if you are making a PowerPoint presentation for class, something that you can do that's kind of cool is use Slides Go or Slides Carnival to get some presentation templates that might be a little more fun and a little more creative for you, instead of just the stock templates that come with PowerPoint. Sometimes you look at it, or you look at Google Slides and you think, oh, this is kind of boring. I wish I could jazz it up. Go to Slides Go or Slides Carnival and you'll find some resources there. So just to recap, it's just important to know that some creative works are not copyrighted, and they're free to use by anyone however they choose. And I just showed you some free digital resources. They are in the public domain, and you could also just do a Google search for public domain to see what comes up. Another option is to contact the creator of the work directly and ask for permission. So, copyright is basically a legal protection that creators have over the things that they create. So, over the music that they write and make, over the books that they write, over paintings or digital images that they create, videos that they make. People who created the images, media, and music own their work and they have a say in how they're used. So just be mindful of that when you go forward and you want to use something that you see. Make sure that you know what copyright is, know when it's okay to use it, know how to attribute, and also know where to look for free digital resources. Thank you so much. And now let's go ahead to the third column of the KWL and write a little bit about what you've learned. Thank you.